Panasonic suck. I know it sounds harsh, but they've really gone downhill. They suck so bad that people are questioning the influencers reviewing their products. That's never a good sign. And they really want to get back on the big boys table with the Sonys and the Nikons and Canon, but they're struggling. And in this video, I want to talk about the 3 reasons why it's not working for Panasonic.
Here in Osaka, and there's a lot of cool stuff to shoot.
Here in Osaka for the Lumix. They paid for this trip.
Currently in Osaka, Japan, and I have so many cool locations that we're going to be heading out to today.
Make them jizz in their pants.
Let's just take a break talking about cameras for a second and acknowledge how amazing this is.
During my time exploring Osaka, the size and weight made up for the lack of grip.
It's just so goddamn beautiful.
As a semi-pro Sony shooting content creator, I've had a great time with this.
Full frame sensor, there's not that many bodies this small with this much quality.
I think Lumix might have made my almost perfect camera.
Those were just some of the clips of some of the YouTubers who went out to Japan to review one of their cameras. If someone sent me to Japan, that is already a success for me. I think it's a success for most people because it is the #1 place that people really want to go and visit. And especially if you're a photographer, it's heaven. So tactically and marketing wise, it's a genius move because they've just put all of the influencers a camera in the hat. It doesn't matter what camera they have, really, because they're in Japan. But they've put this new camera in all of their hands, and all of them, almost all of them, have just sung their praises. And I don't know if that's fair. If someone puts me in one of my favorite places in the world, I'm going to be happy most of the times. The photos are going to be fantastic because, well, 1, that's Japan, and most things in Japan are just beautiful. And 2, the happiness is just going to show off in that review, and it does. And that's not wrong, but this is one of the things that people have questioned. They're like, hey, are these people genuinely happy with the camera, or are they just genuinely happy to be in Japan?
This camera is not for everyone. There's recording limits, there's an electronic shutter.
Extremely plastic, I mean basically toy lens, but I can't recommend it to anybody.
I don't even know why people love it. Bloody awful.
The second thing that makes me question what's going on at Panasonic, and maybe they're struggling, is what I see on the internet. The prices of their second-hand cameras, but forget about the second-hand cameras, the prices of brand new cameras. Here are a few S5 II Mark II with lens combos. These, by default, are supposed to cost north of £2,250, so £2,200 north of, if you include the camera, the 20-60, the 85, and the 50. Yet, over the last 6 months, I've seen this camera and this combo for less than $1,800 most of the times, and actually sometimes under $1,600. How would you feel if you were one of those people who paid full price for the camera and these lenses? I don't think anyone else is doing this either. Sure, people do cut prices of their bodies, the camera bodies, but to also give away lenses like the 50mm, the 85, the 20-60, like Sony hardly reduces prices on their lenses. Sure, they have cashbacks, but a lot of the times the 50mm, the cheapest camera, has been around £100 to £150 here in the UK on average for the last 5 years. The 35 on average has been £350. 85 has been, £400 on average with cashback if you look at the Black Friday deals. But Sony or Nikon or Canon, they never give away lenses with their cameras. Sure, in the kit lens they do, if you're getting the body plus a cheapo 24-70, but apart from that, they just don't do it. So why are Panasonic just giving away these beautiful lenses? Now, the third point isn't all doom and gloom for Panasonic. Their stock prices have been doing well, their camera sales have been jumping up, although their revenue has decreased on the camera side of things, and maybe it's the fact that they're giving away these lenses. But that is good news for Panasonic. The Panasonic cameras were workhorses for YouTubers. I used to watch people talk about the GH3 and how fantastic it was as a camera. And that's one of the reasons why I started making videos, sure, not with a Panasonic, but it is been a workhorse for a lot of people in the industry, and people love it, which is why it gets a lot of good grace from everyone on the internet. And rightly so, because they want Panasonic to do well. I want Panasonic to do well. But they'll probably have to change a few things if they are to really get back on that big boys table. Quite frankly, Sony, Canon, Nikon are leaps and bounds ahead of where Panasonic are right now, but everything can change, and I want it to change for Panasonic. That's all from me on this one. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any comments about what I've said, if you disagree with me, or if you think I'm partially right, then leave a comment. If you enjoyed it, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.